Hello, teacher education and teacher development doc students. This is Doug Larkin. I'm going to show you how to use EndNote with Google Docs. So you need two things in order to get started. The first is you need a copy of EndNote and an EndNote library. And you need to log into EndNote online. So I'm just going to show here. So I have an EndNote library. This one is on my machine. I have downloaded the application for EndNote to use on my on my laptop. There's Mac and PC versions available at the software repository at Montclair State, and you pay for that with your student fees. So you should be able to access that and download EndNote. Hopefully you've done that already, and you're slowly building up a library of references. I've been doing mine a while, so I have about 3,000, but my recommendation is every time you take a course and every time you use a reference for a paper, that you import that reference into EndNote so that you have it for future use. So for today, I added this coaching and communities. We're going to be using this in my doc class in the spring. So I imported this reference, and you can edit the references. If you need to adjust punctuation or whatnot, you can always edit the references. And if you click on summary, it will show you a summary of how it will look, in this case in APA 7. Okay, so up here under library, there's sync. And what you'll need to do is, if you haven't created an account in EndNote online, you'll need to do that. I'll show you that in a moment. But when you hit sync, that makes sure that whatever references you have here in your personal library are also in the online version, which is going to be necessary if you're using Google Docs. So here, the login to EndNote, you can bookmark that. I actually don't use this login too much because I just do it directly through Google Docs or EndNote here. But you can see like the same library that I had here. Let me go back. If I just show all my references and go to the tippy top. Sorry. Okay, here we go. So I got the San Antonio versus Rodriguez is up there first, and I go up here. Well, I seem to have an extra. Well, that one's untitled. Okay, San Antonio versus Rodriguez here, breaks in service. Okay, so everything I have here is also in my EndNote library. Okay, so once you've got and when you sync it, you're copying everything from your home library to this online library. I actually don't use this that much, though there are people who just use this web version of EndNote and they don't use it on a personal machine. That's fine too. Okay, so let's say that you're practicing EndNote, and so let's talk about new science teachers. Those of you who know me know that's something I talk about. Okay, so I want to add a reference here, and the one I want to add is one by Davis, Pettis, and Smithy, 2006. So I need to make my EndNote extension visible. So I'm going to go down here, click on EndNote 21 Cite While You Write, and hit open. If you don't have this here, you do need to add it in the first time you use it, and then it'll be there. So you go to add-ons here, and you go to Get Add-ons, and you'll find this EndNote 21 Cite While You Write. I think it does have to be EndNote 21. I think previous versions of EndNote did not work with Google Docs, so you might have to update your EndNote if you haven't done that in a while. So I'm going to hit open here, and it's going to give me a little tool area on the side. Okay, so I want to add Davis in here, and okay, this is the article that I want to add. So I'm going to hit Insert Citation, and it takes a moment, but there it is. All right, so you notice this doesn't look like EndNote the way it usually works because it's only got the reference there. It only has the citation there. If you want the reference also, you got to click Update Citations, and it will create the reference list below. This part takes a couple seconds. And I believe I have mine already set as a default for APA 7. You can do that under here under Manage Citations, or the citation style. I have mine set for APA 7. And that style is known to Google Docs here. Okay, so I started creating my reference list. Now you can do sort of the same stuff that you always do with EndNote. Let's just say here's my theoretical framework. Here's my theoretical framework. And let's just say I'm going to add this one. Okay, let's just add. We'll just add 2. Okay. Again, you can search for ones that you want, and then you put the insert citation, and again it'll put the reference up there. And if I want it, now you can update as frequently or as infrequently as you want. If you're on a roll, you don't have to update until you hit a good stopping point, and then you hit update, and it will update your reference list down below. Now it's important to remember that it only will use the exact references that you've put in there. So if there's errors in the references, those are things that you'll have to fix within EndNote so that it puts the right thing in the reference list. And again, just like EndNote, regular EndNote, you can add multiple citations at once, and it kind of takes care of them. So let's just add a few more. So let's just do 4, even though we probably wouldn't do 4 all at once like this right at the beginning. But there we go. And I'll hit update citations, and you'll see it'll alphabetize them momentarily. There we go. Okay, it's working. There we go. Okay. So all of this is dependent upon you having a nicely cultivated set of references. You can only search within your own references. Adding references to your EndNote library is sort of a separate task. But if you've been building your reference library over the course of multiple semesters, you should have a good place to choose from in terms of your good selection of references to choose from. Now, just to compare, this is what it looks like if you just do it with a regular document. Like, so let's say I want to just say, let's talk about new science teachers, right? So if I do this in a regular Word doc, so let's talk about new science teachers. Here I would go to, you can either go directly to EndNote or you can insert a citation. So if I want Davis from here, okay, I hit insert. There it goes. Now the setting I have, it creates the reference right away. But again, that's a preference thing. Okay. All right, have fun working with EndNote. Hopefully it makes you a more productive scholar in the program. Feel free to email me if you have any questions. Okay, thanks.